Welcome. If you are viewing this, more than likely you are someone interested in the RFPA and doing a book chat with us online using Twitter. My name is Mike Vanderveen, and I would like to help those of you who may be interested in participating in this type of book chat to understand how it can be used, how it can be beneficial. And if you're someone who's new to Twitter, you've never used it, if you have even negative ideas about it, we will go through that and show you how you can set up an account and how you can positively use Twitter. Just like many things on the internet, there are both positive and negative ways to use it. We see that in how God, in His infinite wisdom and plan, allows men to create things, but the wicked use it to their destruction. We pray the righteous use it for the glory of God's name. And so we will show here today in this short little segment how we plan to use Twitter to do a book chat and how it can positively be used. Alright, the first thing that we'll do is you will have to have a computer connected to the internet and go to the website twitter.com that you see up here. So you put in twitter.com, twitter.com. And the page should look somewhat like this page that you see here. The background picture may be a little bit different, but over here you see you can, if you have an account, this is where you'd sign in. For those of you that are new to Twitter, you'll sign up here. You can put in your full name. You should have an email address that you'll have access to, and then you can put in a password of your choice. It does not have to be the same password as your email address, but it can be. And once you have put those things in, then you can click on sign up for Twitter here. Just to set an example, I'm going to set up an account that I'll probably later delete in my son's name. Alright, here you can see the next step. I've put in my son's name and I have an email account set up for him. So I put in his email address there in the second line and a password for him in the third line. And the next thing I would do is click on sign up for Twitter. Alright, that should bring you to the next page here. You can see they kept your name. They've put in the email address. Here's your password. This is your username. Twitter has changed a little bit. They still want to use your full name, but your username will be a name that others will be able to find you by. In this case, what you see here is I've used Zachary's name and used the VV for his last name, because you can search for somebody on Twitter both by their full name, but also you can search using their Twitter handle, and that is an @ symbol followed by the name. In this case, it's going to be Zachary VV. So you could search on Twitter to find him at both Zachary VV or just his full name. But this is your Twitter handle or name that most people will get to know you by. These options down here are up to you. Keep me signed in on this computer. If it's your own personal computer that only you use, it won't be bad to check that in if you start using Twitter quite a bit. If it's a public computer or a computer you share with your family, you probably want to uncheck that. Tailor Twitter based on my recent website visits. You can turn that on or off. Again, it's just going to suggest to you based on what websites you're visiting, different Twitter accounts that maybe you should follow. But once you get all these things, read through the terms of service here, and then go ahead and click on create my account. Alright, now you have your Twitter account. Now Twitter wants to try to connect you with other people. One of the neat things about Twitter is it's a great professional tool to be able to develop a network with which you can interact with different people. You can see what different people in the world are doing. It's a way to share information about yourself. And so what they're trying to get us to do here is they're saying they want you to follow 5 people. So I'm going to show you a way to bypass this in a minute. However, I would encourage you to maybe go ahead and go through the first part of this and try to follow 5 people who would be of interest to you. So you can click on this next key right here, and that will take you to the next page where you'll be given people that you might be interested in following. Alright, here you see a list of people there saying I could follow. Most of the time, these are going to be people probably that we probably wouldn't want to follow, men and women of the world. But they're hoping you will click on this follow here and you will add 5 people to follow over here. So you can see over here you've got a lot of different personalities and people. But they have this search option right here, and that's what I'm going to recommend that you look into. And I'll give some examples here. You can see in the end who are some people you could possibly search for. Maybe there will be some people you know, some of your family, relatives, friends, workmates that use Twitter. You could try to find them and follow them on here. But they're suggesting that you get 5 total people here. Alright, you can see here that I've got 5 different people I'm following. Because it's set up in my son's name, I had him follow me. I typed in at Reform Free Pub right here and clicked on the search little magnifying glass, and up popped the RFPA, and I clicked on the follow button. Then I looked at the RFPA and I saw that Daniel Klein has an account, Grace PRC has an account, and Peace PRC Lansing has an account. So, and just from here you can see the benefits. They're sharing their Christmas program here. Reverend Klein is sharing some thoughts about cards and pictures. So a lot of nice things that can be done on Twitter. And so because I've got 5 people that I'm following, or places, or groups, I can now click on this next button. It's been activated so that I could click on the next button to go on to the next page. What Twitter is going to have you do next, then when you click on that next button, is they're going to say, well, these people are great, but they're going to go back to giving you a list of worldly people who you probably want nothing to do with and don't want to follow. They're just trying to encourage you to connect that. So at this point, what I would recommend, if you want to be done with this and you don't want to follow any other people but they're not allowing you to go on, is to go ahead and click on this little exit thing, the X up here that you see. That will close your web browser, or you can just close up here with this part of your web browser. And when you come back onto the internet, start up a new web page, it should come up to your account, and you won't have to continue going through this process of trying to get you to follow all these people that you may not be interested in following. Alright, so I did that. I closed out my account or my web browser, and I re-logged in under Zachary's name, and this is what you come up with. These are the people. You see the different people that he's following here, and some of those types of things. It's suggesting over here some people that he might be able to follow. And the thing that I really want you to notice up here is this: confirm your email address. They want to make sure you're really someone and the person who you say you are. So you need to go to your email address and confirm your Twitter account. Alright, here you see I've accessed Zachary's internet account. And here they're saying please confirm your Twitter account. We'll give you full access to the notification. So if you go ahead and click on that blue confirm your account now button, when you click on it, it will probably bring you right to Twitter, to the exact page that we were just looking at. Alright, I've gone now to the RFPA Twitter site. You can see a little bit of information over here. It shows, because it's blue, it says I am following the RFPA. Here it's recommending other people that I might want to follow, or down here. Here you can see pictures that the RFPA has published to their RFPA website. Down here are some of the tweets that they have put out. A tweet is just a bit of information, and we'll show how to do that a little bit later here. I could see who is following, or how many followers they have. 80 people are following the RFPA. The RFPA is following 92 different people, and here you can see how many tweets they've put out. So you could, if you click on this, you can see who all is following the RFPA. It's not something that's private, but can be shared. Here's some information about the RFPA. Over here, again, I can do the same, following and followers, and so on. All right, I'm back to my personal Twitter account, and up here you see I've started typing in if I wanted to find some more people to connect with. I've clicked on the connect button, and I'm typing in the @ symbol, Reformed Free, and notice it brings right up, it says, hey, there's something that we find out there that's pretty similar to that, and I can click on that, and it will bring me back to that Reformed RFPA website or Twitter site to be able to learn more about them, so you can find more of your friends, relatives, anybody you want to follow this way in the future. All right, here back on my site, my Twitter homepage, and I want to show now how we could participate in a Twitter book chat on a book. Up here in the top, you can see in there I've searched in a symbol. Most of you will, from your phones, will call it the pound symbol. That's also called, when you put the letters with it, RFPA. You may hear people in the news or media refer to something as a hashtag. This is a hashtag. So by putting in that hashtag up in this box up here, and then clicking on the search option, what Twitter is going to do is it's going to go out to everybody who has put out a tweet, and it's going to look for hashtags with RFPA in them. Just if we look here real quick on this page, you can see here's a hashtag CES 2013. Down here you got a hashtag pin or hashtag NJED. Usually only the people that are using those hashtags are going to understand exactly what they mean. Alright, when it's time for us to do a book chat, once the time and date have been set and you're ready to do and participate in the book chat, you've put in the hashtag RFPA, or, and you have to pay attention, the RFPA may decide to use a different hashtag that they would have you follow. It just depends on what they're going to do. But for this instance, we're going to use the hashtag RFPA. So I've searched on that. Notice here is a key development. In this area, you see that the tweets are clicked on top. You could click on all or people you follow. The top tweets would be popular tweets that lots of people maybe retweeted or they liked. The all option is the option that we are going to want to click on when it's time to do a book chat. That way every single tweet that someone sends out there with the hashtag RFPA on it, like I've done right here. I said on here I really enjoyed The Fruit of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, the book by Reverend Smith, and I put in the hashtag RFPA there so that anybody who searches for hashtag RFPA will see this comment that I made. And it's that way that we can do a book chat. Every time you make a comment and you add in this hashtag RFPA, if you have clicked on all, you can see everybody's comments, what they've said about the book or whatever we decide to be discussing. So that's how a hashtag and clicking on all will help us be able to have a book chat. Then we can put in a message, some thought that you have about the book, something you appreciated, something you really liked, or maybe a question that you have. You want clarification on something, you want to find out what others think, you can type in that question or that comment. At the end of the comment, just type in the hashtag with that symbol there, the pound symbol in RFPA, and that way anybody who is participating in the book chat and is following all will be able to see it. If you would leave this part out, your tweet would not be part of the group book chat because it's not connected to the chat through that hashtag. So it's important at the end to always remember to put your hashtag before you send out the tweet. All right, next we'll show here how to send out a tweet. If you notice up here, it looks like a little pen writing on paper, an old ink pen with the feather. And you go ahead and click on that, and that's going to allow you to send out a tweet. Here I show the tweet. I went ahead and I clicked on that button there, and I put in, I really enjoyed the fruit of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, and then I added the hashtag RFPA. Tweets have to be 140 characters or less. So those of you that are used to texting, it's very similar. Down here it tells me I have 78 characters left. Over here I could add a map or a picture if I wanted to. You don't have to do that for our book chat. But basically we're going to have to keep the comments to 140 characters or less. Make sure we add in the hashtag at RFPA, and then once you're ready, go ahead and click on the tweet button, and that will send that tweet out there. So your question or your comment or your thought will be sent out to everyone who is following the book chat on Twitter and is following the hashtag RFPA. So in conclusion, I hope this is a way that we can connect with people and discuss good Reformed literature that the RFPA puts out. And the beauty of it is we can discuss the book with people all over the world. Obviously, people being in different time zones can create some issues, but it's something that any person around the world, as long as we're all on at the same time, would be able to participate in that book chat, be able to ask good questions, have good, respectful conversation about the topics of a book, and we can hope that through this we grow and we can appreciate the good Reformed literature that is out there. Another nice aspect of being able to participate in a book chat is that you can also participate wherever you are. As long as you have a connection to the internet, if you're sitting behind your computer at home, if you're someone who has a smartphone with a Twitter app downloaded, and doesn't matter where you are then, in the store, you can be sitting at the train tracks behind a train, and you've got some time on your hands, you can participate in this book chat. If you take your computer, laptop, tablet, smart device, anything with you, iPads, you can go sit down at your favorite coffee house, restaurant, and as long as they have a Wi-Fi connection, you can participate in the book chat from there. So the beauty of being able to use Twitter in a positive, good way is that we can, at any time, any place, with anyone, be able to discuss good Reformed literature. That's all that I have for now. Hopefully this is a tutorial that will help you understand how to get your Twitter account set up, and then also how we can use Twitter to facilitate a book discussion. Thank you.